Welcome to Day 3 of the 35th Annual World Congress on Illumination. Today, our Father, Mother, God, and the legions of light throughout infinity are focusing their light and love on this one tiny planet. This is occurring because we are one. And what is occurring on planet Earth during this cosmic moment is dramatically affecting the whole of creation. Never before have the sons and daughters of God that have fallen to the depth of consciousness that the recalcitrant souls embodied on earth are currently expressing, been given the opportunity to ascend through the shift of the ages. This gift of divine grace is occurring because the evolutions of earth inadvertently, through their infinite offer of compassion and divine love, drew these energies into the physical plane. The company of heaven said, never before have the sons and daughters of God offered this kind of love and compassion for their sisters and brothers. Consequently, no one was willing to give up on us or to have us fail in this holy endeavor. In December 21st and 22nd in 2012, the earth and all life evolving upon her ascended up the spiral of evolution into the initial impulses of the fifth dimension. When we complete transmuting the misqualified energies that humanity created by expressing thoughts and feelings that were not based in love, since the initial impulse of our fall from grace millions of years ago, we will ascend into the full embrace of the fifth dimensional new earth. When we complete transmuting that negativity and the ascension into the new earth, our collective experience will be recorded in the sacred halls of knowledge in the inner realms. From that moment forth, the sons and daughters of God from every system of world existing now or in the future will be able to learn about the horrific experience of separation and duality without ever having to physically delve into that level of suffering. What is happening today is an intensified process of cleansing and purging that misqualified energy. What the beings of light are revealing to us now is that when this purging and cleansing is complete, the door where evil dwells will be permanently transmuted into light and forever transformed through the comprehensive divine love of our Father, Mother, God. Never will the sons and daughters of God ever again descend into the level of chaos, pain, and suffering that the humanity of Earth is currently experiencing. Our Father, Mother, God are asking us, in order to fulfill this facet of the divine plan on this sacred and holy day, to step back for a moment and, as objective observers, to evaluate what is occurring on this planet, to witness the pain and suffering being pushed to the surface as the light of God increases on earth. They have said that at this moment, every misqualified frequency of energy that has ever been miscreated through a lack of love and balance of God from any time frame or dimension since our fall from grace millions of years ago is being reflected now in one way or another by the events occurring in the outer world. The outer world is reflecting the collective consciousness of humanity and the mass consciousness of the evolutions of Earth since the fall eons ago. This negativity is manifesting as painful experiences either through the behavior patterns and physical bodies of humanity or through the reflection of those behaviors on the elemental kingdom. And we can witness at this moment myriad events that are causing all kinds of suffering in the outer world. As we witness this outer world suffering, it is important for us to understand that the reason this purging process is being accelerated to this degree at this moment is because the fallen consciousness of the masses of humanity and those who are still asleep and refusing to awaken to the light, that the mass consciousness of them has fallen into a pattern of allowing pain as their motivator. The beings of light are assuring us that as these events surface in the outer world, even though they are causing all kinds of pain and chaos and fear and confusion, the greatest experience is that this energy through the I Am presence is cracking open the heart of even the most asleep son or daughter of God. And the infinite frequencies of divine love, compassion, and caring for our sisters and brothers that inspired us to allow them and invited them to come to the earth to assist them in awakening from the beginning, that this influx of compassion and caring and love is infinitely more powerful than any of the frequencies of negativity manifesting in the outer world. This is going to allow us today, in unison with the legions of light throughout infinity, the directors of the elements and the I Am presence of every person, to participate in a cleansing activity that will allow the earth to move a quantum leap forward in the light, further into the embrace of the new heaven and the new earth. What the beings of light want us to perceive is that all of the things manifesting in any form of pain or suffering in the outer world are a reflection of humanity's consciousness of the energy of their life force that they released at one time or another since the fall of humanity. And every electron that is comprising the negative experiences, whether it's destructive things occurring through the elemental kingdom, through the consciousness of humanity's behavior, through any activity in the outer world that is causing pain or suffering of any kind, every electron comprising that energy began as a pure form of our life force from the heart of God, that we received on the holy breath that entered our heart flame through our acupuncture meridians, our spiritual brain centers, and that we made the free will choice to release and express through our thoughts and feelings in ways that were not based in love. This original, pure energy, vibrating with the harmony and balance of our Father, Mother, God, came forth joyously with the anticipation of serving the sons and daughters of God in helping us to learn to co-create patterns of perfection. It was never the intent of these precious electrons to have to be transmuted into the gross mutations of the pain and suffering they are now experiencing. So every negative experience that's manifesting in the outer world at this precise moment is this precious energy returning to us to be transmuted back into light. The beings of light want us to realize that this energy that was a joyous, buoyant expression of our Father, Mother, God is returning to us as a battered, mutated expression of the horrors of pain and suffering. So what we are being asked to do now, this day, is for every negative manifestation in the outer world to perceive that as we would a traumatized child returning to us to be loved back into its original harmony and balance. So regardless of what traumatic expression of life is manifesting in the outer world, no matter how negative, how painful, how destructive, during this cosmic moment, we are to perceive it for this activity of light as a precious, wholly innocent, battered and abused child that is returning to us to be taken into our heart flame and to be loved into the light, into a higher frequency of God's infinite perfection. So just for a moment, in your mind's eye, as an objective observer, perceive the things manifesting in the outer world that are not reflecting the patterns of perfection for the new earth. The collective expression of all of those painful experiences are reflecting an aspect of every human miscreation, every negative thought, word, action, or feeling humanity has expressed and inflicted on the elemental kingdom or on humanity or any other part of life since our fall from grace. The activity of light we are going to participate in now is an activity of purification that will raise those energies into the highest possible frequencies, returning them back to their original divine potential. So to participate in this activity of light, please go within to the divinity of your heart flame, knowing that the I Am presence of every man, woman, and child is aware of this opportunity and is standing in readiness, no matter how asleep that son or daughter of God may be, no matter how oblivious they are to the destruction and pain their behavior patterns are creating in the outer world. No matter how they continue to inflict this negativity on the elemental kingdom, the I Am presence is standing in readiness and will participate in this gift from the company of heaven. The gift from beloved Mother Mary yesterday intensified the flame of the Immaculate Concept within the core of purity in every electron, and every particle of life on earth was lifted into the highest possible frequencies of the fifth dimensional crystalline solar light of their higher bodies. Their elemental being has been lifted. Their breath has been elevated to a higher frequency of prana. Higher frequencies of their life force are now flowing through them, and the company of heaven is standing in readiness to amplify our activity of light without limit today, the maximum that cosmic law will allow. So please go within to the divinity of your heart flame, in-breathing, exhaling, and we begin. You are a beloved child of God who is on earth during this unique moment to co-create the wonders of heaven on earth. You are an empowered instrument of God. This intuitive inner knowing is opening your heart chakra and allowing our Father, Mother, God, and your I Am presence to increase the amount of divine light now flowing through your earthly bodies. As this increased influx of light flows through your heart chakra into the physical plane, it penetrates into the core of purity in every electron of precious life energy. This is paving the way for a higher frequency of God's light. This light is pulsating with all of the patterns of perfection and the solutions contained within the causal body of God that are necessary for the God-victorious accomplishment of this unprecedented facet of the divine plan for Mother Earth and all life evolving upon her. Today, through the purification of the electrons within the electronic light substance that comprises every particle and wave of life on Earth, we will release and transmute into light the obsolete belief systems of separation and duality. This will pave the way for the co-creation of a new divine template based in the reality of oneness for all life. During this sacred and holy week, through the unified consciousness of our Father, Mother, God, the company of heaven, and the collective I Am presence of every person on earth, we are going to co-create a new template of unity consciousness that will catapult all life on earth further up the spiral of evolution into the fifth dimensional crystalline solar frequencies of the new earth. To prepare our hearts and minds to receive this purifying light from the heart of our Father, Mother, God, we now join together in one pointed consciousness. As we breathe our newly elevated holy breath, we receive the highest frequencies of prana and our life force that cosmic law will allow. With every holy breath, we become one breath, one heart, one mind, one voice, and one consciousness of pure divine love. Now, we invoke the white flame of God's infinite purity from the very core of creation. This is done on behalf of the precious electrons that compose the earthly bodies of every man, woman, and child on earth, as well as every atomic and subatomic particle and wave of life comprising the elemental kingdom and the bodies of beloved Mother Earth. This activity of light is stated in the first person, so that we will all experience this gift from on high individually. But we know that this purification is taking place through every atomic and subatomic particle and wave of life on earth. And we begin. In the name of the Almighty Presence of God, I am. And through the full power of the threefold flame pulsating in my heart, I speak directly to the divine intelligence within every single electron of precious life energy existing in my earthly bodies, the earthly bodies of humanity, the elemental kingdom, and Mother Earth. Blessed electrons, through the power of God, I am, I command that the white flame of purity, now flowing forth from the very core of creation, penetrates into the core of purity in the center of your being, and expands, expands, and expands the immaculate concept of your divine potential. Through the power of God, I am. I now direct the crystal and white flame of purity to remove every shadow cloaking the electrons within my physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies. Now I direct the crystal and white flame of purity to remove the shadows cloaking the electrons within the physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies of every man, woman, and child on earth. Beloved sacred flame of purity, now remove any shadows cloaking the remaining electrons existing in the physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies of the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth, and every manifestation of pain or suffering that is now surfacing to be transmuted back into light from any person, place, condition, or thing, known or unknown, through all levels of consciousness associated with beloved Mother Earth. Now, beloved ones, direct the white flame of purity to cast all of these shadows into the violet flame of God's infinite perfection, and transmute every rate of vibration back into the immaculate concept of its pristine beauty and its original divine potential. As the white flame of purity quickens the vibratory rate of each electron, I witness every cloak of darkness being cast into the violet flame. All shadows created by humanity's past misuse of God's precious gift of life from any time frame or dimension since the initial impulse of our fall from grace millions of years ago are being instantaneously transmuted into the immaculate concept of their original pristine beauty and divine potential. Through the grace of God, I am experiencing this very moment the blazing white light of purity, expanding, expanding, and expanding in every electron on Earth, until anything causing any form of pain or suffering or limitation in my life or on the planet can no longer exist. As the power of God, I am. I accept and know that this purification is being accomplished now, God victoriously, in the realms of cause, even as I call. This is being accomplished through the most intensified activity of the white flame of purity the earth has ever known. I am the immaculate concept of my I am presence, and I am now abiding within my fifth dimensional crystalline solar light bodies. I am holding this sacred space until all life on this sweet earth is wholly ascended and free. I accept that this purification has been victoriously accomplished right here and right now, even as I call. And I also accept that the sacred white flame of purity will daily and hourly intensify within the core of purity in every electron, with every holy breath I take, until Mother Earth and all life evolving upon her have God victoriously ascended into the perfection of the new earth in all of her resplendent glory. I now invoke a cosmic dispensation from our Father, Mother God on behalf of the precious electrons. In the full power and authority of the presence of God, I am. I make this call to our Father God, the celestial giver of all life, and to our Mother God, the beloved Holy Spirit. I invoke a cosmic dispensation that no longer may the electronic light substance of the universe be misqualified or imperfectly clothed by the sons and daughters of God. I invoke a cosmic dispensation wherein the electrons will be invulnerably charged with purity's flame in action, and passing through humanity's earthly bodies, which are the open doors to its expression in the physical world, the electronic light will remain within the invincible armor of our Mother God's comprehensive divine love, emitting perfection, but allowing none of the discord of our physical, etheric, mental, or emotional vehicles to change the vibratory action, color, or sound of its comforting presence. Now, in the embrace of the flame of illumined truth, I contemplate for a moment what this dispensation means. An inner knowing begins to reverberate through my heart flame, and I begin to fathom the blessing humanity's heartfelt call is to the flame of purity for the precious electrons serving all life now in the physical world of form. I am now realizing, as never before, that I have come to Earth to love life free, and through my concentrated efforts, so I shall. And so it is, beloved I am. Beloved I am. Beloved I am that I am. Precious ones, allow this experience to reverberate through the core of purity in every electron of precious life energy belonging to or serving the earth at this time. And assimilate this light as you listen to the words of this beautiful song.
Hello to each of you. I get a little emotional sometimes. My beloved brothers and sisters in the light, my name is Kay Meyer, and it is truly my honor to be serving with you this sacred and holy day as we move through the expressions, new expressions of Godhood that truly will liberate every part of life upon this planet, according to the divine plan that is being held within the heart flames of myriad beings of light assisting us at this very moment on the order of the cosmic I am, all that is. I wanted to share a few thoughts with you before we do a meditation. And one of those thoughts is this, that many years ago, I was shown in meditation that this magnificent planet of light is truly an altar of God in the world of infinity, the pure land of boundless splendor and infinite light, to exhibit the fullness of God in all its glory. As many of you know, we are in Tucson, Arizona, which is a part of the Sonoran Desert, and it is a desert landscape. Our annual rainfall is about 11 inches a year. Our monsoon this season has graced this city, and therefore beyond this city, with almost 12 inches of rain to date, and the monsoon is still going on. So we will probably pass 12 inches of rain. My perception of that has been that this beautiful valley has become a magnificent basin of divine love, for the gift of water represents the love nature of our Father, Mother, God within the elemental kingdom. So through these days, preceding the event of this World Congress, we have been blessed with glorious gifts of love that are holding this magnificent area in this frequency of divine light. On June the 25th, there was a beautiful expression of seraphim that entered into the atmosphere of planet Earth. Now, the seraphim serve the most holy, high living God in those exalted frequencies of pure divine light. As they receive the sacred gifts of light from the cosmic I Am that filter down into the areas and universes of suns beyond suns, beyond suns, into our own universe of beloved Alpha and Omega, Helios and Vesta. These magnificent seraphim absorb these sacred energies, the highest frequencies of God light, to come from the omniscient, omnipresent being of God, the creator and giver of every good and perfect thing. So on that sacred day, June the 25th, 7 seraphim entered from those exalted realms of light around the cosmic I Am. When seraphim travel, they do so most often in a chevron formation, and there are 7 of them. So at this very moment, for our sacred planet Earth and all of the glory of this activity of light, 4 of the seraphim have positioned themselves, one at each of the cardinal points, north, east, west, and south of this planet. And they stand with the mighty directors of the elemental substance, the earth, the air, the fire, and the water. The forward 3 seraphim of that chevron formation are standing in the ether atmosphere of this planet. There is Seraphiel, who represents from the heart of God the masculine energy of divine will and power. There is beloved Seraphina, who is bringing from the very heart of our Father, Mother, God, the greatest measures of pure divine love. And there is beloved Seraphisa, who is rounding out the vibration of the threefold flame as she brings with her the fullness of the wisdom of God. Their service to us and to all humanity and the elemental kingdom is to charge into every electron of life expression through humanity and the elemental kingdom a greater exalted frequency of gossamer light that will be anchored into the magnificent threefold flame that pulsates in the very center of our being, and likewise upon the sacred altar within the very center of beloved Virgo and Pelur, within the permanent seed atom of this planet Earth. So we are being honored and gifted this day with this new and glorious frequency of light that will be anchored into each and every heart flame, a higher vibration of God's wisdom, God's power, and God's love in perfect divine order and balance. Likewise, we will be working with these magnificent beings of light For from this moment on, following the marvelous and most expansive clearing into every electron of our being by the flame of purity, we will be receiving new and higher frequencies of energy to pulsate through us as each of us develops the sacred golden thread that will be woven into the tapestry of victory for this planet Earth through the planetary grid of comprehensive, transfiguring divine love that will also incorporate the unity consciousness and the reality of the oneness of all life. So it is with deep humility and great honor that we offer ourselves at this moment to be surrogates on behalf of all of humanity and in service to these magnificent seraphim that have come from the exalted realms of God perfection, bringing with them greater and more glorious activities of sound, frequencies of color, beautiful scents that we have never experienced before on this planet. So I would like each of you, as you feel comfortable, to become quiet in your space, surrendering, releasing all thoughts of the day, letting go and letting God as we begin to participate together to receive these sacred and holy gifts. And as you breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling, feel yourself gently relaxing into the fullness of your magnificent light space as we move forward together through this meditation. Breathing in deeply, exhaling, and as you do, realize that the holy breath you are imparting into every facet of your being is charged with pure source oxygen. It is the highest frequency of God's most holy breath we may ever receive. As this sacred light and breath fills every facet of your physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, know that I am omniscient. Know, as a sacred child of God, that all that God has is mine to experience and express. And absorb these words into the very fiber of your being for the truth that they bring to you. God is omniscient, cognizant of all that is, has been, or ever shall be. And God knows how vital every part of life is to every other part of life. In the heavenly scheme of things, I have a very special and important role to play in the establishment of the omniscience of God in the physical realm. And I open my heart head in hand to God today to accomplish this sacred endeavor. The knowledge of God has perfect perspective, with balance and justice, divine order, and harmony in all. I know as I grow in the light, I am expanding the very body of God. I unite my thinking and feeling with my holy self, my mighty I am presence, feeling the presence of God in all I do, say, think, and feel. God's knowledge is unbounded, infinite, expanding into worlds beyond worlds, beyond worlds. And I am a part of this omniscience, for my expression and knowledge of God in all things, as all things, only projects this truth farther and farther. As I touch the magnificent reality of God within me, I am then touching the omniscience of the holy force of life.